Here is a Cournot Duopoly problem. They're super simple to solve. We first are going to take the inverse demand function. Here, we're going to write it out. P equals 4200 minus 3Q. We know that Q equals Q1 plus Q2. So then you can rewrite the inverse demand as P equals 4200 minus 3 times Q1 plus Q2. And then we can distribute Q1 and Q2 into the function to get 4200 minus 3 Q1 minus 3 Q2. And then the next step is to find marginal cost, which is just the derivative of the cost function. So we have the cost equals 10,000 plus 600 QI. All right. Same for each firm, which it's just the derivative of this. All that means it's a lot easier. You just get rid of those, and that is the marginal cost, just 600. So the whole point of a duopoly is that they maximize where they have marginal costs equal to marginal revenue. And so we have marginal costs. Now we need to find marginal revenue. So you get that from TR, total revenue, equals P times Q. And we're just going to solve it for the first firm right now. So it's going to be TR equals P, which we got right here, 4200 minus 3 Q1. And then we're going to put that in, minus 3 Q2. And then, so that's P. And then you set it, or you multiply it by Q1 again, because we're solving for the first firm's TR. So then you can distribute that. You can distribute Q1 throughout the whole equation to get 4200 Q1 minus 3 Q1, and then that turns into squared, minus 3 Q2 Q1. And then you take the derivative of total revenue to get MR equals just, first of all, it just gets rid of this, minus 3Q1, except that's not 3Q1. The power rule turns this 3 into a 6 because the 2 comes down in front of it, multiplies by the 3. Minus 3Q2 because this just goes away. This is constant, so it stays the same. And then we can set this equal to marginal cost. So we'll have 600 equals 4200 minus 6 Q1 minus 3 Q2. And then we're solving for the first firm's reaction function. So we're going to take 6, bring it over here. We're going to solve for Q1 equals negative 600 plus 4200 minus 3 Q2. We're not solving for Q1. We're finding the reaction function. So Q1, or no, you got 6Q1 equals 3600 minus 3 Q2. And then you can just divide everything by 6. So you get Q1 equals, hold on, you got 600 minus, and then that's 1/2 Q2. And then this is what is called firm 1's reaction function, where you can see what, or this is like their quantity produced based on what firm 2's decision will be. And with Cournot, in Cournot duopolies, with as long as the cost functions are the same, firm 2 is just going to have the same reaction function, but inverse. So it's going to be Q2 equals 600 minus 1/2 Q1. So this is the reaction function for firm 2. And then what you're going to do is you're going to substitute in firm 2's reaction function into firm 1's. So I'll demonstrate that here. is Q1 equals 600 minus 1/2 of Q2, but we know that Q2 is 600 minus 1/2 of Q1. So then you can see here that now you're able to solve for Q1. So Q1 equals 600 minus, and then you distribute the half across this part right here. You're going to have 300, and then that's going to be plus 1/4 Q1. And then, well, this is going to be, we're going to take, okay, we're going to take Q1, and we're just going to bring this over here. Q1 minus 1/4 of Q1 equals 300. And then that's going to be 3/4 Q1 equals 300. And then we can divide 300 by 3/4 to get Q1 equals 400. And now, knowing Q1, we can take Q2, since we already have their reaction function. I'm just going to paste it down here. So we're going to take it. We're going to have Q2 equals 600 minus 1/2. And then now we know Q1, which is 400. So it's going to be 1/2 of 400. So it's just going to be 200. 2 equals this. And then we can see Q2 is going to equal 400 as well. In Cournot duopolies with the same cost functions, they're always going to have the same quantity. So you don't actually need to calculate that whole thing through, but when they do have different cost functions, it's useful just to have some practice with it. Next, it wants us to find the equilibrium price. We have P. Just going to find P. Here is our equation for P. And we're just going to take it. It's the same one. You can just take it, and then you can just substitute the values that you just found into it. So it's going to be 4,200 minus 3 times 400 minus 3 times 400. And I'm going to have to use a calculator for that. It's 1,200. 4,200 minus 1,200 minus 1,200. P equals 1,800 in equilibrium. So that's how you find P. What does it want us to find next? Consumer surplus. All right, so consumer surplus is the area of a triangle where you have 1/2. The base is the quantity produced in total, so it's going to be 400 plus 400. So 800 times the maximum value of P possible. So if quantity was 0, then these would just go away. You would have 4,200, so it's going to be 4,200 because that's the maximum price, minus the actual price, so 1,800. And that's 24, so that's 2,400 times 800. That's 192,000 times 1/2 is 960,000. All right,